In this video, I'm going to show you how I'm using Deckard as a digital audio workstation to create some music. So right now, I did plug in my Seaboard block keyboard. You can use some other keyboards. I don't know which one works best. I still need to try that. So if you're on a computer and you do not have a MIDI keyboard, you can also just use your regular keyboard keys to play some music. So this is the top row. If you want it to be, for instance, a little higher pitch, you go to the keys section right here, and R1 is row 1. So this is going to be Q, W, E, R if you're on Creative, for instance. So if I want it to be a little bit higher, I'm going to change this number and I'm going to put 5, for instance. Yeah, that sounds better already. And this is the bottom row, the R2, and this is the top row, the R1. If you're on an iPad or something like that, you can also use the pads right here, and you can change the octave right here too, for instance, if you want to make a bass. Okay, so on the left side of the screen, you've got options regarding your instruments that you're going to play. So we're going to go to OSC, which is oscillator mode, because we're going to create our own synthesizer right here. And you've got oscillator shapes right here for square, triangle, sine wave, for instance, saw wave. You can change that. So it's going to sound a bit different. So usually square waves are a little bit rough. Triangle waves are going to be nicer, more quiet. I like those, but also we can work from a square wave to do something that sounds nice. Then we can interact with the envelope of what we're going to record. So some of these settings are going to make a difference on when the notes are played. For instance, the attack is going to wait for a little bit before actually playing the note. It's going to sound a little bit snappier, a little bit, you can add a little bit of reason like that. It's a setting that I kind of like. So we're going to go to the FX section first. So this is instrument, and this is FX that you're going to be able to add to your instruments to make them sound nicer. So for instance, I'm just going to play a few chords. So I want a pad. I want something that is kind of piano-like. I don't know, something that sounds nice. So we can add a low-pass filter, for instance. That sounds a bit tamer, a bit nicer. I like this one. We can add a high-pass filter. This one is cool too. And then you have a whole band-pass filter, if you want a little bit of both words. I'm going to stay, I think, on the low-pass filter right now. Then you can have some oscillation on the pitch, for instance. Maybe less than that. No, I don't think that's the right FX for this keyboard. But maybe we can add some delay. That is going to sound nicer, I think. Oh, yes, that's good. We can add some chorus, not too much because I don't want it to sound like it did sound when we used the oscillator right here. Maybe a bit more. A bit more depth. That's just a bit too much. Okay, something like that. We're going to add plenty of reverb, obviously, because that is going to sound good. Perfect, yes. Maybe a bit of phasing. Yes, that's enough. I do like autopan, but I'm not sure that this is the right mood for this. That's not what I want for this one. You can also manually pan your synths if you want. So I'm going to set this one to the right, for instance. Yeah, that's good. I like this one. Maybe a bit more reverb. Oh yes, that's good. Then we can change right here the tone. We can detune the keyboard a bit if we want. So this is going to sound a bit more lo-fi if I detune this one. We can add some sub also. So this is going to sound good. It's going to sound more rich. It's going to give more presence to my keyboard. Oh yeah, that's good. We can add a bit of noise. So this is just a plain noise generator. It's pretty good if you're going some synthwave or if you want something a bit industrial. This is not exactly what I want for this keyboard. And also you can save your instrument if you want. So we're going to call this one a clean pad, for instance. It is saved right here, and you can download or export your instruments by downloading them, clicking this button. If you click this button, it is going to overwrite the current settings that you have and save them to this instrument. And you also have some preloaded instruments. So now that I have saved this one, I can try some other ones. So we've got this plug bell. Nice, I like this one. This one that is going to be a bit warmer. Oh yeah, very nostalgic. You've got a bass. I'm going to need to lower my keyboard a bit for that. Oh, that's a bit too low, maybe. Yeah. And you've got this other, a bit more aggressive bass. Yeah, that's nice. I'm going to stay on the clean pad that I was using. Oh yeah, I really like what we have created here. I like the way this one sounds. So we're going to record something with this keyboard. So what we're going to do is that we're going to set the BPMs. I want something a bit slow maybe. So I'm going to set it to 75 and see how it works. And then this is our first track. So as you can see, our first track is by default going to be played 8 meters. We're going to change and we're going to make it a bit longer because I want to have some space in the piece to add more notes inside after that. And then if I want to actually record what I'm going to play, I'm going to go to the track and I'm going to click on. And just like that, any chords that I'm going to play is going to be written here. So I'm going to play this on the first measure, on the 5th, on the 9th, 13th, and just a little something here, just as a transition. And if you want to listen what it sounds like, you can just play it. Okay, so I need much more release. Less attack. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's nice. I'm going to save the changes that I've done. And I'd like to know what it sounds like if it was a sine wave instead of a square one. Oh, I need to remove the low pass, I think. Oh, that is nice. Let's... Oh, a bit too much maybe. That's cool. I do like this one. Oh no, that's too much. No. I do like the FM one. It sounds very well usually. Pretty tame, pretty nostalgic. Oh yeah, that's one of the best synths. Yeah, really like this one. Sounds very well like that. I'm going to save this one too. And I'm going to name it FM pad, for instance. Okay, that is saved. So now I'm going to play something else. I'm going to add a new track. So I'm going to click plus here. And as you can see, I'm on track 2. So right now, I'm going to make it a bit longer too. Anything that I'm going to play is going to be played forever. But as you can see, the track 2 is not loaded yet, so nothing, if I play the whole song, nothing on the track 2 is going to be recorded right now, because it's not, I need to add it manually like that if you want track 2 to be somewhere. So right now I'm not going to add track 2 because I'm in pattern mode. In pattern mode, everything is played at the same time. So if I have 70 tracks, all of my 70 tracks are going to be played at the same time. If I want to mute one of the track, what I can do is click onto the track and just click mute. And so I'm going to hear nothing. If I want to just hear, for instance, the track 2, I can just click solo and it's just going to play the track 2. So I don't know exactly what we're going to play. Maybe we're going to play the same chords, but we're going to use the arpeggiator to add some melody to it. So we're going to play the same chords. I don't know exactly which instrument I'm going to use yet. Okay, I'm going to start with that, and then I'm going to work my way up from this. So the same chords, and maybe not this one because I'm going to use the arpeggiator. So let's listen to what this track by itself sounds like. So I'm clicking solo and I click play. Oh, that is nice. That is pretty chill. What if it was FM? I'm scared that we might not hear this one with the other one. Yeah, that's not perfect. Oh, and I think that the other one might have a little bit too much attack, yes, because we can hear that it comes after a little bit too much for my taste. Okay, so I'm going to stay on the second track. Yeah, that's not good with FM. Oh, maybe the organ is going to sound good. More volume. It's a bit too low, I think. I'm going to do this one again. So if you want to remove a track, which is going to be the easier way to do what I want, you just click DAW and you just add it as a one. So I said organ and volume a bit up, something like that. I'm going to work on the effects after, so we're going to click on for the arpeggiator, so it's going to play every note that I'm going to play in a chord one after the other, and I'm going to set this one to solo to make sure that I'm only hearing this track, and I'm going to set it to be a bit longer, just like the other one, and I'm going to play my chords, but this time on my synth, on my keyboard, I'm going to make it a lot higher. Maybe a bit too high. So if you played one thing and if you want to change the notes, you can just do it like that on the bottom section. You can also clear everything if you're not happy with what you've played. I think I'm just a bit too high, so it should be like that. Yeah, that's better. That's what I want. That should be good. So now let's listen to it. Oh, that is nice. That sounds a bit video gamey. I do like this one. Maybe if we detune it a bit of sub. Okay, so that's good. I think a low pass would sound okay, but no, I want this one to have some presence. Maybe a bit of delay. Oh yeah, that is going to be good, probably. Nice. A bit of chorus. Not too much. Some reverb, obviously. Always need some. Maybe some tape delay. Oh, that sounds nice. Very dreamy. I like this one. And I'm going to set this track to the left side a bit so that we can have some real stereo effect. So let's put this one not in solo anymore and hear what both the tracks sound like together. Oh, this one is a bit too loud. Oh yes, that's nice. I do like this one. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, great. So now what we can do is that we can work on an actual song with that. So as you can see right now, my song is only contains the first track twice. So we're going to make it a bit longer, and we are going to play the second track right here twice on top of the first one. So now if I click play, it's still going to play exactly the same thing, which is both of the tracks that I have together. So what we can do is that we can click on pattern and we're going to switch to song, and now it's going to play the song that I have created. So 2 times the first track and then 2 times both of the tracks that I have together. Oh yeah, that is nice. That was cool. I do like this one already. So what we can do, it might actually make my computer freeze a bit because I'm recording right now and I'm not using like a very powerful computer, but we can actually have a look at some visualizations inside of Deckard. So we're going to play the song again and we're going to hit Viz, and it's going to show us some cool visualizations. Some of them require a bit more heavy computing, so you can use tab to switch between visualizations. And you can hear that the sound is lagging a bit. That's because I'm not on a good computer right now, so that's how it is. But it's going, if you want to create a simple clip for a song that you've made, it's going to look nice directly. And also what you can do is that you can click the mix section if you want to have a look at your tracks directly. And I think that's about it. You can, if I want, for instance, let's stay on the second track where I have the arpeggiator on. If I want notes to play a bit faster, so if I want more notes in the same time section, what I can do is I'm going to go back to pattern mode and I'm going to play this one solo. I can change the time signature here. So it can be 112, for instance. So it's going to play 12 notes instead of just 8. You can create some crazy stuff like that. And you can even play notes on more octaves than just one. For instance, if I want to go 2 octaves, or maybe 3. That sounds nice. Sounds very video gamey to me, something like coming out of a Final Fantasy game. I do like this. And I think that's about it. Then you can just add more tracks and create more interesting sounds. Make sure that you do play with the effects to create interesting sound shapes. If you have created a synth that you do like, remember to actually export it and save it on your computer to make sure that you do not lose it, so that you can just load it afterwards. And I think that's it. Let me know if you have any question, and let me know if you have created something interesting with Deckard. It's available online, and if you need something to be fixed, if you need something to be added, just leave me a message and I will work on it. Thank you.